Hey guys, welcome to Digital Life, and my name is Mike, and on this channel my goal is to help you find the right phone, case, and face to fit your life and style. And today we're going to be taking a look at the S Pen silicone case for the Galaxy S21 Ultra. And today we're going to compare it with the Note just a little bit. I want to get a good idea of what it would be like in comparison when you're using these two S Pens, right? So the main big difference, as you know, there's no S Pen in the Galaxy S21 Ultra, and there is an S Pen in the Note 21 Ultra. So first things first, I need to unlock this phone because I have all my notes taken on this phone that I want to run through with you guys. And you saw that fail attempt on my phone. I have the Whitestone Dome glass screen protector on here right now, and it's kind of hit and miss. It's like 50-50 chance it's going to work with my thumbprint. My thumbprints are not very good at all. You guys probably saw that in the last video. I work outside on a regular basis. I've been doing landscaping basically my whole life. That's what my profession used to be. It's not so much anymore, and I get talk about that more later on if you want to hear any more about that. But nonetheless, so which one of these would I rather write with? Okay, so let's go ahead and take this out of here just to get a good idea of the size difference between these two. All right. And a nod to a guy that I watch on YouTube, Flossy Carter. Go check out his video that he did on these. He compares all the cases that you can buy for the Galaxy S21 Ultra. So if you guys are interested in that, go check out Flossy Carter's S Pen case, silicone case review and all that, and he'll show you all the cases that he has for this phone. Here's a good size difference for you. I personally choose to write with this size right here because it's closer to an actual pen, right? It's got a super silky smooth feel to it versus this. It's not a bad feeling pen. It's just really small. Right? It gets the job done. It does get it done, but yeah, it's just a little bit small. I've never really thought, no, I have thought, man, I wish this was a little bit bigger, but obviously you can't put this size pen inside a phone, really, right? Because there's too many things inside that phone. The bigger battery. This has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, so yeah, you're not really going to get an S Pen in there. So this S Pen happens to, have the button situated right where you can pretty much press it, right? It's perfect for your thumb when you're holding it like this. This one right here, I noticed that I do press the button by accident quite a bit because you do have to have your fingers rest up about right here or down, like down on the actual S Pen like that. You can, if you don't have a heavy thumb like I do and I accidentally press it pretty often, then you can hold it right here if you want, because then it allows you to activate air gestures and erase really quick if you want to. If I go into my notes right here, both of these, write really well. They both basically do the same thing. Let's get that off the table, right? So they're both pretty responsive. They're both about the same. Let's put them side by side and try writing with them side by side. Nope, they won't do it. So this one, there you go. So they're pretty much, the latency is like pretty much equal. What it comes down to is what you're losing is the functionality of the Bluetooth function here. So you don't have the ability to click through videos, take pictures like you would do with this. On this S Pen right here. It's not Bluetooth, it's just an S Pen. It's easier to get this S Pen out of the Note than it is to get this S Pen out of here. Well, it was at first anyways. But now, it's actually not so bad. So I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But if you're installing this S Pen, instead of turning it to the side, because there's a thinner area on it, and here's the wide area, and here's the thin profile, okay? If you put it in with a profile out like this, it will go in, but I think that it's probably safer if you turn it to the flat profile like this and then put it down like this. And if you hear the click, then you know it's in correctly. Okay? So it's not too bad getting it in and out of there. The one negative thing I can say about it is that you probably lose this pen a little bit easier than you would this pen right here. You would think that this pen's easier to lose, which technically it probably would be because it's smaller, but the phone will tell you when it's not nearby. So it reminds you, hey, your S Pen is not there. So why don't you go ahead and go get that really quick? And they're coming out with an S Pen Pro sometime in the future. So that will hopefully have Bluetooth compatibility. I don't know if it's going to be this size or not. If it will actually replace this, can it go in the case? I'm not sure, but that would be definitely a good thing if it does go in the case, because obviously the Pro you do want to keep safe. So the feel, right? I've already talked about it. It's super silky. The box that it comes in comes with replacements. So there's like there's a pair of tweezers and a tip inside there in the box, so you can take the tip out when you wear through this. You're not going to probably use it really enough to wear through it, but who knows, some people probably use this more than I do. I've never worn through a tip. I've never had to replace them. So, but you do have a replacement, and you do have the option probably to go on Samsung's website to get more replacements if you actually needed to, but it comes with that, so you're good. It does have the option for activating on the lock screen. You can't just double tap or tap or anything to activate it. You have to have this close to the screen and then push the button on the side. And then you can write all you want. And then you can go ahead and press save, and it'll be saved to your notes. And then the next time you go in here, it'll be active for you. So if you want to go in and adjust these settings, the first thing you need to do is to turn on S Pen. Turn on S Pen, there's the option right there. You go into advanced settings, turn it on, decide on what you want. You want to do a screen off memo, create a note with the pen, air view, show pointer when hovering, shortcuts, all that stuff, okay? So all of that can be operated on the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Obviously, we don't see the Bluetooth functionality here. Yeah, you definitely need to go turn that on when you get this. This is like a $70 case. So is it something that you really need? Well, what this case really does is just offer you the functionality of the Note 20 Ultra. You've got the Quad HD display with the 120 Hertz refresh rate. I think the battery is probably going to be a little bit better on the Note 20 Ultra. Because this one doesn't have the Quad HD with 120, it just has 1080p with 120. So I think that the Quad HD display, it wears this battery down pretty fast. It's got the new processor, which probably doesn't really matter. The Note 20 Ultra is still really fast. What's kind of cool is, yeah, I don't really like putting the S Pen on the side of this phone, right? It should have been on the right-hand side because most people are right-handed. I'm not too sure why they would have put it on the left-hand side. There's got to be a reason. Maybe because the S Pen is on the left-hand side and the Note, but the Note 10 Plus had it on the right-hand side. They just had to make some adjustments on the Note 20 Ultra because of some internal stuff, I'm guessing. But nonetheless, this being external, it could have been on the right, but oh well. So when this is installed, there is a button that is on the outside right here. It would have been kind of cool to have this like activate the camera, or maybe activate the note screen, or activate ambient display, which you can just tap it or whatever. But I don't know, it would have been kind of cool to have this kind of functionality, but obviously it can't because it's not Bluetooth. Maybe turn it into like a shutter button for a camera or whatever. And one thing I miss about this is the click, right? So you get a click on this like an actual pen, right? So here, I'll let you hear it. So obviously you don't have that on the top of this. What would have been cool, I guess, would have been able to turn this around and erase, kind of like a pencil or whatever. But you can easily press this button and erase. But yeah, it would be kind of cool if this was motion sensitive, to where you could use that as an eraser and then that as a pen. You still have that clicky kind of button, not on here, but on this case, the buttons, listen to this. So super clicky and responsive. So if you listen, it's almost the same pitch. So when I do this one, up and down button, that's the power button, right? Rocker, volume rocker, and then here's the S Pen. There's actually even a higher pitch on that. So you still do have that fidget kind of functionality with this case, right? It's not quite the same, but it's nice holding a pen. But yeah, it still can be kind of, you know, something that you could irritate your brother or sister with, I guess, if that's something you wanted to do. But nonetheless, do I recommend it? Yeah, I recommend it if you didn't want to buy the Note 20 Ultra, you wanted to go with this phone. and you still wanted to use the S Pen, yeah, I recommend it. It's a good case. It's a lot of money for a case though, just to give it that S Pen functionality. But for me, it comes down to why not be able to enjoy your phone to the full extent? And if you're gonna have to pay a little bit more money to do it, then yeah, why not? The one thing I do wanna point out is this thing is a lint magnet. I didn't clean off the phone on purpose, and I didn't even put my phone in my pocket today. I've been not putting my phone in my pocket, you know, because of this fact right here. It gets so dirty. It's hard to clean off, and dirt accumulates inside the camera rim right there. And yeah, it's just kind of hard to clean off, but if that doesn't really bother you, then not a big deal. I'm going to be taking this case off probably fairly soon. I like it to be able to just throw it on to go use the S Pen if I'm going to be going somewhere. But I think that's what this phone has over this case, is the fact that the S Pen is always there, always with you. Obviously you have Samsung Notes and you can write with your finger and stuff, but it's just not as accurate. So yeah, definitely I think this, for ease of use, this wins, right? I would rather write with this S Pen, but this one is the one that's always with you, right? Even if you're using a different case. I think that pretty much sums it up, guys. If you enjoyed this video, if there's anything that you could add to this video, please let me know down in the comments below. Are you thinking about picking this up? What are some pros and cons for you? Why didn't you do it? Is it too much money? Should Samsung visit some of the ideas that I had? And should this be Bluetooth? I think that this should be a Bluetooth pen automatically. But the problem is how do you charge it, right? It's got to charge, and there's no wireless charging on the side of the phone. So how would you charge this? You would have to take it out and be able to plug it in like you do an Apple Pencil or something like that, the first generation Apple Pencil. So yeah, lots of things to think about there. But all in all, this case, 70 bucks, I don't know if I can really recommend it. If it was 50 bucks, maybe 60, then yeah, you can pick this up at Best Buy. You can go to Samsung.com, BestBuy.com. They don't have it quite yet, I don't believe, on Amazon. So all right, guys, hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please leave a like, thumbs up, and it really does help the YouTube algorithm start recommending my video to others if this does help. And subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to the right of the subscribe button. You'll be notified for future videos like this one in the future. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.